Hey Lawrence, what's up? Welcome to Sibling Rivalry once again. Your video got me thinking about, situations at the Z. We often refer to people as monkeys there. I'm not really sure why. Usually tends to be less experienced people, but I think it really has to do with the fact that we're sending them somewhere far away where they will be in a cage and not have any human interaction. I think that's what it is. So if we send someone up to the grid, we send someone, I don't know, to the pit or something, we're like, yeah, monkey, go. Do. Maybe that's a little mean. Maybe we shouldn't call them that. I don't know, but it's just something we do. So it just got me thinking about these monkeys and what happens when a monkey thinks that they can make a suggestion to, a person. Now, anyone that's worked with me probably has heard me say by now that we are a teaching facility. I just try to remember that about the Z sometimes, especially when there are days that we have a very large crew and it happens to be made up of mostly people that have never freaking done a show before. Ever. Or a load-in. Or a real show. Or a show this size. Whatever it may be. So I say that to remind myself that I can't expect everyone to know everything or to even do a good job, but it is important to take time to teach people too, even when I kind of just wish they knew how to do stuff already. So when a monkey makes a suggestion, sometimes I just have to take the opportunity to teach them something. Wish I had some real examples like you did. But sometimes it's hard to concisely describe the reason why we're doing something. Why are we building a loading dock in the middle of the street? This looks like a horrible idea. We do this for every show, and if you had done a show with a loading dock and without the loading dock for as long as I have, you might actually have an informed opinion about this. But you don't, so shut up. That's kind of how it goes sometimes, and I'm sorry, but I just can't handle it. Back to what I was actually saying. I need to take the opportunity sometimes to teach. If somebody says, why are we doing it this way? Or wouldn't it be better to do it this way? Blah, blah, blah. Then that's a chance for me to say, oh, we used to do it this way and we found that this way is easier. Or we can't do it that way because this thing's in the way. Or because this is how it works. And stuff. So there's that. But sometimes I feel like one of the first things that a monkey needs to learn, not just how to do things, not just how signal flow works or how power works or things like that, but they just need to learn to keep their mouth shut and to observe. And I feel like being, a shy person, in my opinion, especially at first when I started working, I mostly kept my mouth shut and just did what I was told. And I'm sure all of my predecessors are going to tell me that's false. Maybe. But sometimes you just need to keep your mouth shut and do what you're told and learn that way. And also to remember that you don't know everything yet. And the way I feel, like if I want to ask a question or make a suggestion in a certain situation, the first thing I'm thinking is like, I'm probably an idiot and there's something huge here that I don't even know, and how dare I insult this person by making a stupid suggestion? Why don't I just do it the way they told me to? So it can be really hard to decide between speaking up and just doing what you're told, because sometimes you might be seeing something that that person didn't see or didn't think of, but sometimes you might just be asking a stupid question and you should have just kept your mouth shut. But also, how do you learn unless you ask questions? So there's that too. It's a hard place to be in. Although for a boss to make you feel like your opinion is completely invalid, that's not very nice either, and that's not taking advantage of a teaching situation. Although there's definitely times where someone makes a suggestion to me and I'm like, I'm not discussing this with you, I just need to figure it out for myself. Or they're not the person I would discuss it with, even if I was going to discuss it. Sometimes that just happens. But still, being rude about it is not the way to go. And the other thing to realize is that you're not the boss. It's not your place. It's not your job to be considering this situation and be understanding the whole thing and make a decision about it. And really, that can be a relief. I am glad sometimes when I am not the person in charge of an entire project, because that's a lot of pressure. So I can be content doing stupid smaller jobs for the trade-off that I don't have to be the one understanding and being in charge of the whole entire situation. So when a monkey makes a suggestion, try to teach them something, but you don't have to take their advice because they don't really necessarily know anything about the situation. So I hope that made some kind of sense and that I didn't just make the whole topic cloudier. Lawrence, I am enjoying our series on, you know, work topics. And yeah, I look forward to your video on Friday.